He loves it. Out of bounds. Too far for Wilson. 74-72. Marquette in front. Jones looking to get it in. A lot of movement. Fires to Smith. Smith tries to get a shot off. It's over. Marquette holds on. The Golden Eagles are going to the Sweet 16 for the third straight year. And it took a defensive stand to do it for Buzz Williams and company.
We drew up 2 plays, one for if they were in zone and one for if they were in man. And they disguised it really well. We couldn't really tell what they were in. So we ended up just kind of makeshifting a play. And it got me open, but I was a little too deep. So I tried to pump fake, and the guy knocked me off balance and threw up some junk shot. So pretty unfortunate. I'm pretty bummed that we're done. I mean, obviously we thought we were a good team and could play with just about anybody. So Marquette played a great game, and they were able to make a few more plays on us.
I thought we played great in the first half. We turned it over too much in the second half. That's due to their pressure. Their pressure was outstanding. Just didn't get enough good looks in the second half. And again, I thought they wore on us, and they just got stronger as the game went on. We still had a chance to win. The guys made great plays late, gave us a chance, and just came up a little bit short.
In a coaching perspective, you look at things both short-term and long-term. And clearly, this is a terrific opportunity long-term for the university, and hopefully will provide a stability with a number of very similar schools to us moving forward. And I think obviously that there's tremendous benefit well across the school and outside of the athletic department, but from a coach in a specific program, I think that's obviously that's number one. And then in the short term, it's a great opportunity for our players to get a chance to not only compete against very good schools, but compete against new schools and new programs and coaches that are unique to our schedule and everything else that really make you rise to the challenge.
The Boston Celtics have hired Brad Stevens, the 36-year-old head coach, now formerly of Butler University in Indianapolis, to become the 17th head coach in franchise history. ESPN.com's basketball college hoops analyst, and now going to put his NBA cap on as well, Andy Katz, joining us here on SportsCenter. Did you have any idea that he had his eyes on the NBA?
No, and I've talked to Brad many times about this, about his next move, and it was always going to be about fit. And he loved Butler. He loved working for the people he was working for. Barry Collier, his athletic director, his president. Indianapolis, they loved the sort of the anonymity of coaching in Indianapolis. You know, where Indiana, obviously, even in Indy, is the program of record. And that's why he was not lured to go to LA for UCLA. And it was very much he would talk to Gonzaga's Mark Few about that. They became friends and would talk about, you know, staying in one place. But when you have an opportunity like this that presented itself clearly in the recent past for him, you know, it's something that obviously was very difficult for him to not accept. And the Celtics have really been the talk of the NBA, certainly Dwight Howard notwithstanding, in the last week or so with what they did on draft night with the trade with the Nets, and now with the huge coup, if you will, to basically take from college basketball and the new Big East one of the franchise coaches in the sport, and to put him suddenly in the NBA.
You mentioned how Butler University is going into the Big East Conference, a big move, a big step up for that school from Indianapolis. However, now doing it without the man who put them in that position. What's next for Butler?
Well, it's in the water there. I mean, they've had great success from Barry Collier to Thad Matta. You know, Todd Licklider, I'm sure, would say, I'd rather be back at Butler rather than taking that Iowa job. He ended up getting fired there. And obviously Brad Stevens. You know, they've always done well with whoever they've put in that position in the last 10 to 15 years. I expect that to continue. I think a natural guy to step up would have been Matthew Graves, who moved on down to South Alabama. That was Brad's top assistant. We'll have to wait and see what they do. But Butler's always done consistently well. They still have a team that could contend for a top 3 finish in the new Big East. It's a major move up for Butler's program.
o'clock, 3 days after Brad Stevens bolted for the NBA, Butler basketball has a new top dog. And once again, he's from within the Butler family. Our Amanda Maynard is live at Hinkle Fieldhouse tonight, where Butler wrapped up a news conference about an hour ago. Amanda.
That's right, Daniel. Brandon Miller, a former player and current assistant on Brad Stevens' staff, is named the new head coach at Butler. And now Miller returned to Butler just back in April, and he told me he never could have imagined Brad Stevens leaving and him being named head coach in a matter of months.
I've dreamed about becoming a head coach since I was really young. My dad was a coach for 39 years. I knew that I wanted to play for a really long time. And then when I was done, I wanted to coach. That really long time was cut short because of how good I was. But then, to get the opportunity to be a part of that and to be the head coach of Butler is a dream.
Trip to Australia this season you guys take. Obviously the downside is you lose Roosevelt Jones with an injury. Plenty of positives though to take away from that experience.
No, the trip to Australia was terrific. The amount of things that we did that had nothing to do with basketball, our guys spending time together, you can't put a price on going to Australia and experiencing that for the 10 days that we spent. But losing Roosevelt, our guys are learning to play without him right now. And we practiced leading up to that trip with Roosevelt. Now we're practicing without him, and guys are learning their strengths and weaknesses and playing different roles without Roosevelt Jones.
Sad time on the Butler campus and for all Butler fans. Blue 2, who some considered America's best college mascot, has died.
Blue 2 wasn't just any bulldog or just any mascot.
He was definitely loved.
Blue 2 was an icon. He touched many lives in all the years he proudly served as Butler's mascot. Blue 2 was 9 years old when he passed away Saturday.
Not only is he the school's dog, but he's every student's dog here, so it was really upsetting to learn about that.
Blue 2 was named mascot back in 2004 and stepped away from his mascot duties in May when his younger brother, Blue 3, took over. Blue 2 lived a long, event-filled life that included 2 trips to the NCAA championship basketball game and leaves behind a final message to all those who loved him. He tweeted today, quote, "How do I know that all dogs go to heaven? Because I'm there now. It's been a great ride. Thank you all. God bless Butler University, and go Dogs."
It's a younger team this season, but one that you guys are going into the Big East. Doesn't matter what the rankings are from what we're seeing from the players. You guys are going out. You know the challenge is going to be tough. The maturation process in this preseason, getting ready for the season, do you feel like the guys are at the right level?
Yeah, you know what? There's always a challenge going into any season. And what the preseason rankings say, never got into preseason rankings. Our goal is to get better every single day. And we've gone out, we've practiced, we've done that. Now we need to continue that. I think 3 weeks from now, if we continue the improvements that we made at the beginning of the season, if we continue those improvements, I think we'll like where we're at.
The biggest thing is our older guys, the leadership on our team, and how the team comes together and plays together on both ends of the floor. And, we're progressing nicely.